so I'm going to start by acknowledging two things. Firstly, the heat is making my camera sweat, if that's a thing. It's making it fog up. Secondly, yes, I'm going to acknowledge that I look like an 8-year-old girl who went to Bali, but that's okay. I thought I'd give it a crack while I was here. It's like a bunch of shoelaces. There's like 25 if I counted correctly. But yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm going to start today's video on a more happy note because what's to come for today is a lot more sad. So yesterday, for most of the day, we were at Phu-mai, the orphanage. We finished all of our, at this point in time in the trip, we finished all of our work rotations. So we've done the children's style orphanage and we've done the food kitchen. And like usually each day we do a different one, and now we're all back at Phu-mai together. Because today is the day we say goodbye to them, which is actually quite upsetting. So yesterday we were with them, we got closer to them. Then after that we went out to tea, which was really cool because we got to like make it ourselves. They'd give us like, say I got octopus, they'd give us all the octopus things and you could put it onto the hot plate and cook it, which was really cool. Another thing that happened at dinner was Lewis made a joke because we've got this thing in Vietnam where each night it's someone's birthday. And we hadn't done it for a few nights, and Lewis wanted to start drinking, and he's like, oh, where are my birthday presents, guys? And then as a joke, I started singing happy birthday, and then everyone else joined in, and we were all singing happy birthday to him. And then next thing you know, the restaurant actually believed us and took it seriously and got us all sparklers and candles and played the happy birthday song to him. It was the funniest thing because like it was all a joke. It wasn't his real birthday. We sung it and everyone fell for it. Just like in the last time we sang it. It was great.
Oh my lord! Oh shit! Oh, they've gotten him a bloody
So that was yesterday. Today we say goodbye to the orphans, which is actually more upsetting than I really thought it would be because when I got here, I knew I was gonna like immerse myself with them, get close to them, but I feel like I had the ability to connect when I was there and then disconnect when I left the gates. Like I was able to be with them, be their friend there, but then when I was here I could be back to normal. But as we've gone back there more and more, I'm really starting to like, they're latching on and like, I'm connected to them now. And it's like really, I don't want to let go. And it's going to be a sad day for everyone. Everyone's going to be like crying and stuff because we've gotten so close to them. Like we're friends with them now. And it's the last time we're ever going to see them unless we go back. You know what I mean? It's just upsetting. It's going to be real sad. And it's like, this is already half the trip done. We're on our 8th day. Just going to be a bit of an emotional time because we've spent a lot of our time there feeding them, looking after them, playing with them, you know, watching them cry, making them happy, making them laugh. It's just, yeah, no, it's like a bit much at this point because I don't want to have to say goodbye. But yeah, let's start the vlog.
Police? What the fuck is that?
Police. Alright, so John is a musician, as we know. He's my roommate, and the good thing about having him as a roommate is when you're showering or when you're doing your stuff, he's just sitting here playing guitar, and it's like really good to listen to. I've really gotten into guitar this trip, and I thought, you know what? How about I play one of the songs that he sings as a soundtrack for today's vlog? So let's get that recorded.
That's the way every day goes. Every time you're no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Now my head don't close my eyes, halfway on a slow move. It's the same way you showed me. If you could fly, then you feel sad. Uploads getting cold soon. In the wake of a hurricane, dark skin of a summer shade, Nosedive in the floodlines, tall tower, milk crate. It's the same way you showed me. Cannonball off the porch side, older kids trying off the roof. Just the same way you showed me. You were sure if you could die and come back to life, upper air from the swimming pool. You kneel down to the dry land, kiss the earth that birthed you. Gave you tubes just to stay alive and make it out when the sun is ruined. That's the same way you showed me. Sure. You showed me love, glory from above. Regard me, dear. It's all downhill from here. Real life, remember how I was. I'm G, Michael Jackson, all this shit. Say what up to Randy, the shoe. Say what up to Danny. Say what up to life and my child. Rolling up my bikes, running up. Not for me, 18, still in Granny 6. Take it easy. Give me something sweet, bitch, I might like immortality. This is life, life, immortality.
Compliments of Frank Ocean. I don't know what the song's called, but good job, John. Yeah. Well, we just got done saying goodbye to all of the kids. Couldn't say that was the easiest experience. There were a lot of people upset. I'm feeling pretty shit myself. I think I'm just gonna, you know, instead of talking about it on here, because like, I know I'm gonna watch it back and get upset, I think I'm just gonna write it down or something. It really feels shit, you know. You feel bad for them because we get to leave, they don't get to leave. And like, we walk away from there and they think we're gonna come back. And like, it's just, it doesn't feel great because they're stuck there, and a lot of them were born the way they are. They're just stuck, you know. And it's just astounding how they can be so happy, you know, with so little, and we have so much more, you know what I mean? And we're the ones feeling upset. Like, we walk out of that gate feeling like shit, crying, and everyone's upset, and they walk back into their rooms without us, all happy. You know, it's just, it's crazy. Yeah, I can't even, like, everybody was upset. It's one of those things, you have to be here to really understand what we're trying to say. Like, you get so close to the kids. It's just, I think so far this has been such an amazing trip, experience, you know, connection. It's just been beautiful. And I'm really, really grateful I had it. It's really humbling. It's made me like discover a lot about myself, sort of thing. Like, I've managed to learn, and not only just learn, but own some of the things about my personality, good and bad. And now I can, you know, I'm working to be, you know, better, because I think one thing that I know we're all going to take from this trip is a bigger sense of gratefulness for the lives that we actually live. Like, we're all starting to see how fortunate and lucky we are to, you know, have the lives that we have and stuff. And this trip's been good in that it's like allowed us to come here and work and give back to the world and contribute where we can. But I just need I need to say that it's like, we're actually getting more out of this trip than those orphans. They get us for what, 6 days, and they get our love, attention, care, but they go back. We get to leave, you know what I mean? And we get to leave with like a greater perspective and a sense of wisdom and gratefulness and appreciation for what we have. And we come back as, you know, it sounds like weird to say, but we come back as better people, you know? Like, we get to go back to our happy lives and work to live them even better, you know? It's a journey of self-discovery, and as we're learning about ourselves, we're also working to improve ourselves and be better. And for that, I'm not only grateful for my life, I'm grateful for that orphanage and the kids in there who showing us like the power of love and its ability to make people happy, and how you can be happy with so little just as long as you have love, you know? It's just it needs to be unconditional and understanding. And if everybody treated everyone how we treated those orphans, the world would be such a better place. Like, we shouldn't be, don't you think, John? We shouldn't be restricted to treating people how we treated kids in the orphanage. It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like we were at a another orphanage, a different one, and the main person gave us this quote, which he runs the orphanage by.
It's like their mission statement.
Yeah, and it's like, if you can't succeed with love, you can succeed with much love. And it's like, you know, these kids show us that. You know, we don't need everything to be happy. We just need only little but love. It just shows like you don't need anything. As long as you have love, it's fine. And that's what I've learned from the orphanage, and I'm grateful for that.